I'm P. Shweta, pursuing second MSc Microbiology at Vivekananda Arts and Science College for Women, Sangagiri, Salem. This presentation was prepared under the guidance of Dr. R. Dinesh Kumar, Assistant Professor, Department of Microbiology. The subject is Soil and Environmental Microbiology. The topic of my presentation is Waste Management, Solid Waste Types and Factors Affecting Solid Waste Generation Rate. Here is the synopsis of my topic. First, we will see what is waste and the types of waste. Next, we will understand waste management and especially solid waste management. Then, a short note on the history of solid waste management. After that, we will learn about the topic of solid waste and process of solid waste management. We will also see the factors affecting solid waste generation. Finally, we will give a short conclusion and mention the reference used. Next, we will see about what is waste. Waste means anything will don't want or cannot use anymore. It is comes from humans, animals, or industries. Waste has no value in his presence from, and if we don't manage it properly, it can pollute our environment. According to the Basel Convention 1987, waste is any substance or the object that is thrown away or need to be thrown away by law. Next, we will see types of waste. First, solid waste, liquid waste, organic waste, recyclable waste, recyclable waste, e-waste, biomedical waste, and some construction and demonstration. Next, we will see waste management. Waste management is the process of collecting, transporting, recycling, or disposing waste in a safe way. It helps reducing pollution and keeps people healthy. Next, we will see the solid waste management. Solid waste management means handling solid garbage. For example, at home, if we keep from waste in one bin and plastic in another. That is waste management. It helps in recycling and reducing pollution. Let's see the history of solid waste. In ancient time, people used only natural things, so waste was biodegradable. In India's value, they even had a simple drainage system. In the Middle Age, waste was thrown openly on the streets. This made the environment dirty and caused disease. During the Industrial Revolution, factories started producing new types of waste like coal ash, metals, and chemicals. In the 20th century, new methods came landfill, incineration, and proper waste collection. And in the modern era, we use the three R's reduce, reuse, recyclable. We all so, do composting and make energy from waste. In India, special rules were made in 2016. They are called Municipal Solid Waste Management Rule. Next, we will see types of solid waste. First one is based on source for generation. Now let's see municipal solid waste. Types of solid waste is produced from house, shops, office and institutions. It includes food waste, plastics, paper, textiles, metals and glass. For example, household garbage or street sweeping. The main problem with this waste is collection, segregation and proper disposal, which is a big challenge in cities. Next is industrial solid waste. This waste comes from industries and factories. Examples are process residues, packaging waste, scraps, metals, and flash gas. It is two types: hazardous waste, non-hazardous waste. Hazardous waste means like chemical, toxic, and flammable materials. Non-hazardous waste like scrap, metals, plastics, and cardboards. Let's see e-waste, which is an emerging types of waste. It comes from discarded electronic and electrical items. Examples are computers, mobile phones, and batteries. E-waste contains harmful heavy metals like lead, mercury, cadmium, but it is also has the valuable material like gold and copper. That is why special recycling method are needed for the e-waste. Next is biomedical waste, also called the hospital waste. It is produced from hospitals, clinics, laboratories, and blood banks. Examples include use syringe, bandage, and human tissues. This types of waste is very dangerous because it is can spread infections. So it is need special treatment or initiation for the safe disposable. Now let's see agriculture waste. It is produced from farming and livestock activities. Examples are the crop reduced animal manure and pesticides containers. This waste can be reused or recycled to make compost and biogas. Next is mining waste. It is comes from the ex- extraction and processing of minerals. Examples include overburn and tiles and sludge. Mining waste is harmful because it can cause soil aeration and water pollution. Types of waste and time for decomposition. Now let's see how long different waste take to break down. Organic waste like food and leaves take about 1 to 2 weeks. Paper takes around 10 to 30 days. Cotton cloth takes 2 to 5 months. Woolen items take about 1 year. Food make take 10 to 15 years. But some waste take a very long time. Aluminium and other metals like cans take 100 to 500 years. Plastic bags are the worst. They may take up to 1 million years, or sometimes we cannot even determine the exact time. So, biodegradable waste break down quickly, but now non biodegradable waste remains in the environment for the hundred and or even millions of years. Value of waste material. The heat value means how much energy a material gives when it is burned. We measure this using a test called the Bohm calorimeter test. This helps us to know if the waste can be used as a fuel for incineration. Different waste material have the different heating values. Plastic 32,500 kilojoule kg, very high, gives more energy. Rubber 18,500 kg by kilogram. Wood 18,500. Paper 16,500. Cardboard 16,500. Food waste 4,500. Glass 140 kilojoule by gram. Plastic, rubber, wood, and paper are good for fuel use. Food waste and glass are not suitable for energy recovery. Based on biodegradability, biodegradable waste, those waste can be break down by microorganisms. Example, food scraps, garden waste, paper. Management method, composting, anaerobic digestion, vermicomposting. Non-biodegradable waste, those waste can be decomposed easily. Examples, plastic, glass, metal, synthetic chemicals. Management method, recycling, reuse, and safe landfilling. Biodegradable waste, eco-friendly management, composting. Non-biodegradable waste needs recycling or the safe disposal. Next, we will see based on physical properties. Compostable waste, those are waste that can burn. Example, wood, paper, plastic. They can be used in initiation. Now, non-composable waste, those can be burned. Example, metal, glass, sand. Dry waste, waste with no moisture. Example, plastic, glass, textiles. Wet waste, waste with high moisture. Example, food waste, vegetable peels. Compostable waste are the useful for energy recovery. Non-compostable, dry and wet waste need different handling methods. Based on hazardous nature. Hazardous waste. This types of waste is dangerous. It has harmful properties like toxics, flammable, reactive or corrosive. Examples, pesticides, acids, heavy metals, solvents. It needs special care in handling and treatment. Non-hazardous waste. This waste is not dangerous. It does not cause immediate risk to people or environment. Example, cardboard, kitchen, waste, construction, debris. See, solid waste management process. First method is open dumping. In this method, waste is simply thrown in low-lying areas or on open land. It is a very cheap method, but it is not good for health. It creates bad smell, attracts flies and rats, and also pollutes the groundwater. Second method is sanitary landfill. Here, waste is spread in thin layers, then paused tightly and covered with soil. This is more hygienic than open dumping. It is reduced smell, insects, and pollutions. Also, methane gas produced from the waste can be collected and used as biogas. Third method is incineration. In this method, waste is burned at a very high temperature. It helps to reduce the waste value up to 90%. Also, the heat produced can be used to generate energy in waste to energy plants. But the problem is this is very expensive and this may release harmful gases like toxic and furans. Next method is composting. Composting is a biochemical process. Here, microorganisms break down the biodegradable waste like food and garden waste. This produced compost or manure which is very useful for agriculture. It is a low cost and eco friendly method of waste management. Next method is vermicomposting. This is a special type of composting. Here, earthworms are used to decomposing the biodegradable waste. It produced nutrient-rich organic fertilizer, which is very good for plants. Next method is recycling and resources recovery. In this method, waste material like paper, plastic, glass, and metals are collected separately and processed. This helps to save natural recovery and energy. It also supports the idea of a critical economy where material are reused again and again instead of throwing them away. Next method is pyrolysis and gasification. In this method, waste is heated at high temperature with no oxygen or very little oxygen. This process breaks down the waste and products fuel, gases, oils, and chars. It is mainly used for energy recovery. Next method is mechanical biological treatment. Mechanical biological treatment combination of two processes. First, the waste is mechanically sorted to separated useful and non-useful parts. Then the biological treatment is applied to the biodegradable fraction. This method helps to reduce the amount of waste going to landfills. We will explain process of solid waste management. This is the process of municipal solid waste management. First, different types of waste are generated such as the biodegradable waste, recyclable waste, hazardous waste, biomedical waste, and industrial waste. First step is generation. Waste is produced from the house, hospitals, industries, and markets. Second one is segregation. Waste is separated into the different categories like wet waste, dry waste, and hazardous waste. Next step is collection. Waste is collected from the homes, streets, and institutions. Next step is transportation. Collected waste is transported to the treatment or disposable sites. Next step is processing or treatment. Waste is treated by the composting, recycling, incineration, or other methods. Next step is disposable. Final leftover waste was safely disposed in landfills or other sites. Now let's see the factors that affect solid waste generation. First is population size and density. If the population is large, more waste will be produced. In big crowd cities, people throw more waste compared to the small village. For example, Mumbai city produced much more waste than the rural village. Second one is economic development. When income levels is high, people buy more things like packed food, plastics, and electronic items. This leads to more waste generation. So, rich communities creates more waste than poor communities. Well, and waste, poor communities produce more organic waste like food and farm residues, but less packaging waste. Rich communities produced more plastic, paper, and packaging waste. Example, in developed countries, USA, Japan, each person generated 2 to 3 kg of the waste per day. In developing countries, India, Bangladesh, it is the only 0.3 to 0.6 kg per person per day. Urbanization and industrialization. When cities grow, municipal solid waste increases. When industries grow, they produce hazardous waste, chemicals, and lots of construction and demolition waste. Example, New industrial zones create hug amount of construction and demonstration waste. Climate and seasonal variation. Waste changes with season and weather. In summer, more plastic bottle and cold drink cans. During harvest, more agriculture residues. In rainy season, organic waste roots quickly so disposable become difficult. Next was education and awareness. Educated people follow residue, reuse, recycle. This helps to reduce the total waste. Example, people separate wet waste, food, and dry waste, plastic, glass. Wet waste can be composed, useful for making vermicomposting or biogas. Technological development. When technology grow, waste also change. Example, old computer, mobiles, TVs called e-waste. This waste non-biodegradable, meaning it cannot break down naturally like food waste. Conclusion. Solid waste has mainly affected more people, more cities, more money and shopping. More industries, less awareness about waste. To reduce waste, we need good planning, eco friendly practices, and strong government rules.